Hey everyone, welcome back to Corporate Decoder, the place where we peel back the shiny corporate veneer to see what is really going on. Today we're diving into Home Federal Bancorp, Incorporated of Louisiana's latest report, and let's just say they've dropped some numbers that might make you do a double take before we jump in. If you love getting easy to understand breakdowns of these complex financial documents, make sure you are subscribed and join our Discord community linked in the description below for more in-depth discussions. Alright, so what is this report all about? It's essentially a quick update, a current report, usually filed when something significant happens. In this case, Home Federal Bancorp, Incorporated of Louisiana, which we'll call Home Federal for short, is telling us about their financial performance for the 3 months that ended on the 30th of September, 2025. Think of it like a mid-quarter check-in, letting everyone know how they're doing. The report itself is dated for the 23rd of October, 2025, which means this is the date they are officially releasing this information to the public. It is important to note these dates because they tell us exactly when the information became available. Now, you might know Home Federal from their stock, which you can find traded under the ticker symbol HFBL on the Nasdaq Stock Market Incorporated. This tells us they are a publicly traded company, meaning regular folks like us can invest in them. And like any public company, they have to report their financial health periodically. The main event in this filing is under Results of Operations and Financial Condition. This is where companies tell us how much money they made, how much they spent, and generally how well their business is performing. They are reporting their numbers for the quarter ending the 30th of September 2025. The really juicy details about what those results are contained in a press release that is also part of this filing. So, while this report itself is fairly standard, the real story is in that press release. It is like the official announcement of their earnings. This press release gives us the nitty-gritty on their financial performance for that quarter back in 2025. Remember, these filings are often a bit delayed. So the 23rd of October date is when they are reporting on the period that ended on the 30th of September. Normally, in these types of reports, we'd expect to see a detailed breakdown of revenues, expenses, profits, and maybe even some commentary from the executives. This press release is supposed to highlight the key figures from their operations, giving investors and the public a snapshot of the company's financial health and recent performance. It is their way of communicating directly about their operating results. For example, they would typically outline their net income, earnings per share, and how these numbers compare to the same period in the previous year. They might also discuss significant factors that influence their results, like market conditions, new products or services, or any challenges they've faced. And finally, at the end, we have the signatures. This part is a formal confirmation that the company's authorized officers have reviewed and approved the report. In this case, it is signed by Brad Ezenak, who holds the important title of Executive Vice President and Chief Financial Officer. His signature means he is attesting that the information presented is accurate to the best of his knowledge. Now, let's talk about what this actually means. A report like this, especially an 8K, is usually triggered by a material event here. The event is the reporting of their operational results, without the actual press release containing the specific numbers. It is hard to make a definitive judgment on Home Federal's performance. However, the fact that they are filing this report and referencing an accompanying press release tells us they are indeed ready to share their financial story for that quarter. What we'd be looking for in that press release are the key indicators of whether Home Federal is growing, shrinking, or staying flat. Are their revenues up from the previous year? Is their profit margin improving? Are they managing their expenses effectively? These are the questions that investors and analysts try to answer by looking at these reports. If, for instance, the press release highlighted a significant increase in revenue, that would suggest strong sales and potentially a growing market share. Conversely, a decrease in revenue could signal challenges in the market, increased competition, or issues with their products or services. Similarly, a rising net income would be a positive sign, indicating that the company is generating more profit. We'd also be interested in how their performance stacks up against industry trends. Is Home Federal outpacing its competitors, or is it lagging behind? Understanding the broader economic and industry context is crucial for interpreting these financial results accurately. From a Warren Buffett perspective, we'd be asking, is this a business with a durable competitive advantage? Are its earnings predictable and growing? Is it managed competently and honestly? While this filing doesn't give us the full picture without the press release details, it sets the stage for that conversation. Looking ahead, what are the potential risks and opportunities for a company like Home Federal? As a financial institution, they are subject to various economic factors like interest rate changes, regulatory shifts, and overall economic stability. Opportunities might lie in expanding their customer base, innovating with new financial products, or strategically acquiring other businesses. However, without the specific numbers from the press release, it's hard to give a concrete opinion on Home Federal's direction. This filing is more of a notification that they are releasing financial results. A deep dive would require analysing the content of Exhibit 99.1, the press release itself. Typically, an 8K filing like this is just the tip of the iceberg. The real substance lies within the attached exhibits, which in this case is the press release. That's where you find the actual numbers, the year-over-year comparisons, and the management's commentary on what drove those results. This filing serves as the official record that the results have been published. So that is the official notification from Home Federal Bancorp Incorporated of Louisiana about their latest financial results. What's your take on how these types of filings help you understand a company? Even without all the numbers right here, let us know in the comments below. If you found this breakdown helpful, please give this video a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe for more corporate insights. Also, join our Discord community via the link in the description for more real-time discussions. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next Decode.